Hello there everyone and welcome back. I managed to get a good handful of games in preparation for this match, although as much as I like to brag that I made good progress in the Diamond League rank, most of them involved my opponents just leaving really early on. Hell, does it even show on there? Not to the best of my ability, but at least 3 of them in a row, which I'm thinking were these 3 here, my opponents just left really early on due to for whatever reasons, but I did have a handful of them at least, so I like to think I'm prepared for the carnage at hand. That remains to be seen, and ultimately it comes down to my crisis management and being able to prepare for dang drop attacks. That seems to be what's screwing me over a lot more often than not. But let us at least hope that it was not as bad as it was the last video, the last episode I did of these matches, and hopefully I don't fall back to platinum anytime soon. Alright, it's happened again. I had a surrogate opponent that decided to immediately leave on me as I was trying to do these recording here. So, hopefully, my Terran opponent will accommodate me with a real match. Although now I'm just jinxing myself for a hard time, aren't I? If I were to guess. But I'm still uncertain about where the heck the Reapers I have to go to jump in. I'm a little bit terrified about that, but we'll see what I could do. I'll at the very least block off this pathway, but I'm still gotta figure out. I'm assuming this little pathway is where the Reaper jumps and one right there. Is all I really know. I haven't paid that much attention to where they actually jump, if I were to be so honest. So really, knowing that would be pretty important for denying these warp-in attempts, or jump-in attempts. And hopefully that has enough of a gap for me to put a cybernetics core there. That would be the ideal case. Because I've had multiple issues where if I put the gateway here and there's a little opening, it could still happen, mind you, but my units get trapped in this little gap here and I have no way to get them out. Which is a little bit embarrassing, needless to say, and it's probably cost me a lot more than I like to admit. With cyclone pushes and all that, I need an extra sentry or adept to help deal with it. So let's try to avoid doing that, at least with this rally point set here shouldn't be an issue, you would think. Alright, everything is normal. Let's check the gas. Let's check the gas. Okay, single gas. So that could mean anything for now, but let's see if the Reaper's coming out. And ideally, get a pylon. Yeah, I didn't set you to working. I was kind of wondering about that, but crisis management demands I keep this worker alive for the sake of seeing if there's a Reaper or not. I'm assuming it's a Reaper. And with 2 SCVs follow me, that's kind of like an extra bonus. I'm flattered. No, really, I'm not. But I am interested to see where our Reaper friend is. I'm assuming it's a Reaper. I'll give it another 10 seconds or so before we poke on up. And you're gonna... I know what you're doing up there. I know exactly what you're doing. You're trying to deny a wall off their sorts. By an engineering bay or bunker, huh? I saw that coming, but it doesn't really help me a whole lot just yet, does it? A little annoying, but at least I can worry about not getting scout, maybe?
The firstborn shall persevere.
Yeah, just a tech lab there, so we know the Reaper's around somewhere. I just wouldn't know where. Okay, so you just got a worker. I would like to deal with this thing, but I don't have much of a choice, do I now? The one plus side, since it's not built, it has no actual armor. That's something important to note with that. So a probe could actually do a notable amount of damage over time.
Glory to the Daylong.
Alright, we found our Reaper. That's fine and dandy. And now, we're gonna have to kill this cursed thing. The sooner the better, ideally. And I kind of already know you're expanding. I wonder if I can go with a super fast aggression with 2 zealots or something.
Give us your
Just keep building. That may be something I've been neglecting quite a bit here. And all the while, get our expansion built and see what my opponent's doing. This may be a little preemptive, but hopefully it pays off. Because my opponent should not expect this coming as early as it might be.
Research complete.
Now, just gotta keep an eye on everything. Since I can't get my expansion really early, it gives me an opportunity to tech up. Alright. So I need to... I'm pretty certain Reaper's gonna poke in here at some point, so I need to be mindful of that. But let's get at least 2 cells, and maybe, if I'm so lucky, maybe 2 more. It is quite the investment, needless to say. But I think I'm content with... Okay, you saw everything, the Reaper's gone. I can sort of rest easy, to a vague extent. But now I have to deal with this deficit. I mean, kind of being behind a tiny bit as far as resources, and I didn't get Observer, did I? Come on, get moving. I know I'm slacking off a bit. But we're going to have our expansion back up, or we're going to have it up in a moment. And we'll be saturated. This might not be as effective as I like. Yeah. Just kill the Marines. Just kill the Marines. And ideally, get my... where's my Observer with that said? Oh, it's already moving out. So this works out well, considering I kind of left myself pretty thin there. That was a good defense. Now, gotta do damage to make up for it. If this could have done it, I came at the same time as when he attacked me, this would be amazing. But damn, that was a good hit. Good bit of damage, and dang it, I put Stalkers where they weren't meant to be, apparently. I gotta remember that dang little rule where there's a 15-second warp-in timer if I put them nowhere near where the gateways or nexus is at. But that was impeccable damage. Now, can we do that some more? We can at least deny the expansion here. Now, most important thing is to get Storm and get my upgrades and charge up. I would like to kill the SCV building expansion, mind you, and thankfully we got that finally. I was hoping to save one, but we did the damage needed to. I just need upgrades and expansions, or more gateways, and said expansion. But so far it's looking like bio. I kind of want to get in our Forge, even though I'm going to be behind on upgrades with that said. I'm not going to have any storms, so gotta keep that in mind. I could probably rush for it. Oh, no, never mind. He's just poking back. There. And that pulled him back. That buys me time. That's really all I could ask for, isn't it? The more time I can get for said storm, the better. And also, upgrades are pretty damn important, especially with bio-type force. And if I can remember, my dang expansion. And I'm in a sweet spot. Basically, I can see anything he's doing there with him neglecting any observers watch him. Let's just not get too carried away, especially with how many workers I have here. I'm oversaturated. Now I'm under... No, I'm ideally saturated now. Now, you are preparing to move. Now, I think what I need to do is wait until you actually poke on out. Because I got the time I needed, in all seriousness. I just gotta pay attention to said attack, and never mind the Surge. Surge's likely gonna come as well. And I do have Stalkers here to help prepare. Alright. I don't know if my opponents moved or not, but you stimmed? That got him scared still. It gave away where my Warp Prism's position is, mind you. Now, I know they're not going to get a counterattack of some sort in. Can I storm these things? No. Anytime. Although losing the main expansion is as terrible as it could be, but I gotta get ready for my counterattack. With that said, the workers have not been punished too much. It's really the gas I missed out on. Oh, finally got something. Nah. Sadly, it did the damage it needed to at least, so I can be happy there to an extent. Sadly, my stalkers were not up for the tasks that were required of them. And I gotta remember my dang location hotkeys. That might be a little more convenient for me. If only a tiny bit. And my gateways are not even put in a good spot either. Alright, so I think I'm ready to do some kind of damage there. I didn't really lose a whole lot as far as units. I just gotta be ready for this big attack and check his upgrades, which are just 1-1. I think we're as ready as we can be. I'm just a little bit tight on minerals with that said. And I wish I had a good warping spot there. Now where is he hiding? I want to see where he's at. There. I like to think that was pretty good. I don't know how much costly it was, mind you.
Your probes are under attack.
And again, I can't warp in use because of my bad place of my pylons. So that is a bit of a pain. Now where are my workers at? So far they're everywhere. I'm still in good shape, I want to argue. Because I have the upgrades now finishing. I just need to get a push in, which means I need a second Warp Prism to kind of reinforce my units. Now let's get ready for this push in, at least get ready to deal with the third. I have enough Templar as is. And I have the upgrade advantage, potentially the upgrade advantage, I just haven't been doing the best at taking advantage of it. Alright. So I may be in a bit of a bad spot here, but I got upgrades still, don't I? Yep, I got 1-1. Although, this may have been a mistake, hasn't it? They're just dead. I need more gateways now that I'm saturated. They're mining. I gotta get my tech going. And ideally, I don't think carriers are going to be all that essential against this many units, but I have my Warp Prism finally, at least. Now, I don't know where my dang disruptor is at. This would be nice to have a second robotics facility with that said. How's saturation going? Get myself saturated. The gas is kind of the most important thing, and dang it, I really need a gateway or pylon there I can utilize. That would be really damn good. So far my opponent's on the move. So gotta be ready for that and watch for him.
Upgrade complete.
Because I have no gateways up there either. I know where he's at least, but I just gotta get my disruptors up.
We shall stand. Mineral fields depleted.
So we know what the ghosts are gonna do. Dang it, my disruptors didn't do the damage they needed to. I'm pretty much dead here now, aren't I? Didn't quite have the death ball I need to steamroll everything, let alone my disruptors didn't do the damage they needed to. So my upgrade advantage was for naught. It was not what it needed to be. And I didn't really deal with the ghosts the best either, did I? Although in all honesty, I just need to not be clumped up.
We shall stand against.
Can I at least still bomb? Well, the drop's already gone, so not much I could do here. I could still do a lot of damage if I can get the killing blow on an army there.
We seek.
That's what I really need, and disruptors are good for that.
Our pylon is under
Although, yeah, I got outflanked and outmaneuvered, dang it. Some awareness is really damn potent and really damn necessary. That's a shame. It had promise at the beginning, then fell apart for me. A lot of it was just army control, and just probably not having the best job counterattacking, since those counterattacks need to be a lot more decisive, and that's the big problem I'm having with Terran. When I do stop their attack, I can't really counterattack the best. So in all honesty, do I just build up more? It's the only thing I can really think of. Since then, they were all prepared and I didn't even have a Warp Prism, let's keep that in mind. I need to be on top of getting maybe a second robotics facility, and just replenishing those Warp Prisms, that would help a ton too. It isn't terrible otherwise, I won't argue. To an extent. Alright, we have ourselves another match with Zerg, and it remains to be seen if my opponent's gonna leave this time or not. Because one thought I had when as a result of that last Terran match, I'm wondering if I should just go straight to Colossus earlier and go with more like the traditional type of Protoss way back before Legacy of the Void. If that would be a good idea or not, since my opponent did not have much incentive to get really any Vikings. So even just having like a single Colossus, ideally two, and since that way there would be enough damage to immediately frying Marines that were in its line of fire, at least then they would be opposing enough to kind of warrant it. I would hope anyway. I'm honestly not sure, but it probably would be smart since the disruptors can be pretty tricky and they were kind of out of position too. Let's be honest, I don't even think the second disruptor thing or purification zone even did anything of note. I know one there came up and forced them to split up, but wasn't much else. Hell, I should have had like 3 or 4 of them to be honest too. And knowing which angle he was attacking from would have helped a ton too. I fell apart with the use of the dang. Let's see. That would have been a hatchery already, so I'm gonna assume there's like a spawning pool of some sort. Okay, so yeah. He was just about to put one down, but I gotta take that seriously. I could have pylon blocked. I probably could, still, maybe. Depends on the resources my opponent has. No. Nope, not meant to be. I had an opportunity to deny it, I just want to be safe and make sure this wasn't a really aggressive spawning pool. Nope, I didn't want to get caught that easily, dang it, that stinks. But I can wall this off easily enough. I can easily put a pylon there for the extreme case. That was not what I wanted. Alright, let's try it again. And this time with the Lings coming, I might as well at least have a dang pylon building to help slow it down. I should have waited a little bit longer, mind you.
Glory to the
This should be good here.
Yes.
I don't have much
Executor.
to work with though, but if I could kill another Zergling, that'd be ideal. No, it's right away from me. So much for that. And I got distracted too, didn't I? Just a tiny bit. I don't know how much... I don't really have a whole lot of confidence poking out needlessly, since of course speed is about to finish, so that'd be problematic.
The firstborn. Glorious combat is upon
Alright. So let's just go and roam around and at least force them to build some more Lings if they're going to defend. There, killing a bunch of Lings is not a bad trade. I'll happily take those kills.
require more Vespine gas.
Now I just need the gas. I'm building way too many workers, not that there's much else to really build, mind you.
You require
But let's get ready for air and see what our situation looks like here for thirds. Maybe I could do some damage.
Let your will, ire shall be reclaimed.
Since this overlord sees me, I'm probably not going to get much time to really be stealthy and scout, if I were to be so honest. But the second's about to come back up. I just want to make sure that there's the timing at the third, if I were to be so honest.
research complete.
Ire shall be. I have met
Nope.
the enemy.
Nothing at all there, so I can be happy with that, sort of. Let me just get my saturation going. Be mindful of possible banelings.
The firstborn shall persevere.
And see if I can at least poke in there. Okay, so we got a hive.
Faith.
We got ourselves some drone kills.
It shall be done. The Templar.
3 drone kills and a little bit of intel. Not as much as it could have been, in all honesty, though. And I'm a little bit behind on my tech some. And yet Overlord's there, but we'll deny fission soon enough.
Gas. You require more Vespine gas.
Now let's see if this Oracle at least spot can spot anything and cause some problem.
Our fates are one.
Ideally deal with these tumors. I didn't. Damn it, that is unfortunate. And there's the third I was looking for too.
I see.
Yeah, now I have no energy because I conveniently turned it off. So, not my proudest moment, but
Teleport successful.
let's at least check what our opponent's up to.
Time for battle.
Get more gateways going as a result. And ideally build more workers, and I need more pylons.
The enemy has discovered us.
Alright, banelings, so
You must construct
Ling
additional
baneling
pylons.
type shenanigans.
I am eager to strike.
And my opponent looks like they already got like speed on their overlords to kind of like
You must
deal with the
construct
trouble.
additional
At least deal with the fact that I'm not gonna at least prevent me from killing his overlords like I would want.
pylons.
Yeah, just kill the lings. Yes, run, flee, my Sergi friends. Let's at least make this painful for you to an extent, at least on your economy. And banelings are, let's see, not banelings, but at least having Templar are going to be important for said banelings. And I did kill a good amount of lings so far, so at least I like to think that's a positive of some kind. Oh no, he didn't get speed, he just preemptively moved them out, so that's fine.
An Eridine Rasha.
That's fine. I can live with that. Let's just get some Warp Prisms at the ready, for good measure.
We meet our fate.
Ah, dang it, those are the Hydras. Yeah, the Hydras just sniped my dang Oracle. That was sloppy. Like, oh yeah. I was wondering why I couldn't build anymore. I think it's because my gateways were just transforming. That was devil sloppy, but
Thus, un or
if I can at least kill some creep tumors and all that, that'd be good on my end. Just gotta be mindful of not overcommitting.
my charge.
And if possible, do a little bit of damage on the side, ideally. I need to see where the Hydras are.
You require more Vespine gas. Consultatum against the light force.
Alright, I see them. I don't have Storm just yet, though.
We seek enlightenment.
There's going to be a bit of a problem.
And our minds are as one. We are for
Thanks for the freelings, though.
un or base is under attack. I return to serve.
Alright. Can I at least do the damage needed? Because I have no storms, which is going to be really damn painful in this situation. Yeah, this is unfortunate. And that may have been a mistake there. Those things were low enough to just immediately kill. That was a huge mistake to try and turn them into Archons. Yeah, dang it. If only I had the storm earlier, that would have been a lot nicer. That was poorly timed on my end. Huh. Probably premature to give up there, but dang it. It's that bad engagement at the beginning has caused the problem there. I need to be faster on that storm, or at least have been willing to let the third die in all seriousness. That would have been nice. At least it would have gone on and I could have cleaned out that army. If my opponent had pulled back though and contained or left his army alive, then that would not have been as significant as I make it sound, dang it. A lot of little tiny sloppy things there. Losing Oracle could have been felt, since that could have done a good amount of damage, and hell, if I ever get some value out of the stasis wards, the stasis bombs, that probably would have helped a good amount too. But in the end, I was just stockpiling a lot of resources. I didn't have my late game transition even ready. Alright, we're facing off against Terran again, so if I can deny a good amount of the harassment and somehow get some good counterattacks in, the Warp Prism actually was really damn effective, mind you, so I should seriously consider doing that more. And again, I need more than a single robo facility. That's something I need to fix too. Maybe not so much for some immortals, mind you, but it'll at least make it give me a lot more free room to get some more Warp Prisms and Disruptor and Colossus going in a hurry. Especially for the Colossus, having double robotics facility would be really nice in that regard. So that way there's not this awkward period where I only have a single Colossus, where I kind of need two of them to do the significant damage, or at least the one-shot potential on the Marines. I think that's the route I'm going to go. I'm going to eventually transition into some Colossus. Throw in some, Disruptors for good measure to kind of like add some diversity and not go ridiculous on the Colossus count. Since I kind of want to avoid Stalkers ideally, or at least going too heavy on Stalkers. And it forced my opponent to not get as many medevacs as they would like for healing and sustain their army. That would be kind of the important reason for that. So that way the medevacs aren't healing as much. Okay, fast expansion. So, let's see what our opponent's doing there. So long as you could stop building, I'm fine with that.
You have not enough minerals.
So long as I can get fission, that's fine. I just need now to get my Cyrex core going. Remember my pylon. No, you were not allowed to die. Double barracks, so really committing to this defensive front. And most important thing, I did it again, dang it, that was not what I wanted. That was not what I want. I want to switch targets there. Now I forgot my train of thought, and my probe almost died as a result. It makes it out, though. That was a bit sloppy, and I want to build simulators, what kind of happened there. Alright. So I think I'm going to get some Stalkers with that said. Since there's no sign of gas, and Stalkers will be good, at least to force out a bunker of some kind. I don't think I'm going to get to do the damage I want to, but I like the idea. I like the idea a lot. I don't think, yeah, Chrono Boost and Stalker may not matter too much though. But it's a slightly different type of build.
In the shadows. We are one with the shadows.
Alright, kill the dang thing. Kill the dang thing. Get my robo going for good measure. And get this saturation going. If we're going to play the economic game, I'm going to try and make it work. And get some free damage on the side, which will be tricky to do. It's been a while since I did some poking at some bunkers with Stalkers, or even Dragoons with the remastered version.
Cold is the void. Intriguing.
Can I get some more damage in? A little bit more. Not much just yet, though.
Require my skills. For the reckoning, I am here in the shadows.
There we go. Free damage is always nice. Now, gotta remember what my dang build is.
Stapler,
This is gonna be the hard part. Trying to micromanage this some.
very wise.
That wasn't what I want, but oh well.
My skill, we
I'll do what I can. Just keep them contained and keep them scared.
Research complete.
Probably not the best exchange, but at least my units are still alive. That's the one thing I can get out of this. Just gotta make sure shields will recharge. I kinda got greedy. I thought I could snipe that bunk barracks. Wasn't meant to be. Oh well. I thought I could do damage. I thought I could do more damage and at least scare off my opponent some. And I forgot about my warp prisms, or warp gates. That's kind of okay there. Our opponent may do a big stim push timing, so I gotta be mindful of that. Yeah, I went for a tech lab first, so this is clearly a push of some kind, or big timing window. I need to watch for... The most important thing is to watch for the dang... Well, my opponent's trying to push there already, it looks like. You gotta keep in mind of any kind of regression. Ideally, I'm really just weary of, what is it, starports. Because my opponent's getting a lot of tech labs here. So this is interesting.
I return to serve.
Playing really secure, really defensive, I would like to just get a third and force a response out of them. Again, most important things, watch for the drop timing. And no, you were not going down there. Oh yeah, you weren't even in my control groups. That explains that. There's another barracks. There's the starport finally. That's kind of all I need to know. Yeah, let's get some storms. I think I'm in good shape now. It's just drops that are the scariest thing at this point. If I were to be so honest. Get some more star gateways. Watch for potential third, and of course watch for a dang missile turret would be kind of nice to be mindful of. And let's try not to get this thing killed, ideally. I think it's time to start getting the Colossus out, or at least 2 Colossus. This timing is pretty good there, but I know what to expect. Do I have Storm yet? Not quite, so I'm gonna have to stall. That wasn't what I wanted to do, but I scared him. I know you had a tank. That's all that matters to me right now. Well, this is weird. We're getting some free damage, at least. Okay, but sadly not doing the best job of getting all the kills I want, but that terrified his attack in a hurry. Oh, and I wanted a second robo facility, so that was a bit of a mistake on my part. Well, that was good. I don't know how many units I lost, mind you, but if it was just zealots, that was pretty good exchange for me. Alright.
Stand against the darkness. We are the light of the...
I would love to just ambush him when the rocks go down. Yeah, just get your units killed already.
We embrace the glory of battle.
I lost most of my Templar, but that looks like a good exchange.
My life for hire.
That looks like a good exchange, it's hard to say, and I haven't really used my Warp Prism the best, did I now?
You are a light.
Alright, so we got Colossus coming out, we're going to transition to, was it Disruptors after that? At least it allows me to take advantage of my upgrade count. And my opponent will be caught flat-footed here. That is the hope anyway. I just don't quite have the energy for storms just yet. Which is kind of what the Colossus are helped there for.
We are focused. Olak Matan. We shall stand against the darkness.
Alright, let's... I got the range increase on this finally, so... Can I just go and murder him? Especially with his units getting isolated there. I think it's time to do the reinforcing I had in mind. This is a good time for it.
We embrace the glory of battle.
Come on, Warp Prism, I need you. Now more than ever.
We are
I need some more cells to help deal with this push. Alright, this is looking promising. I just gotta get rallied. It's the big thing, while my upgrades are going. Ooh, and Tutu's about to finish. That is still a huge boon in this situation, especially since the Colossus also get the benefit fully from it. So this is looking like a massive route. I just need more gateways and more units and, ideally, transition into my next phase, which is the carriers at some point. And then transition back into Immortals after the next batch of Disruptors build. Since I don't want a ridiculous number of Disruptors, because if they miss, then they're dead weight. But this is looking good. There was no flank attempt, this was just a full-on attrition my opponent was going for, and it did not pay off, thankfully. Thankfully. So I like to say, if they're playing a straight-up macro match, then I should be in good shape, right? I didn't even get my opportunity to Warp Prism drop. So I can sort of feel good about that. Although, the Zerg match was still sloppy, and I still think I could have done that first Terran match really damn well. It just fell apart a tiny bit, just mainly due to army control if I were to be so honest, and maybe waiting until I got a couple more Zealots. Never mind, my counterattack was way too long. It took too long to get my use up there to do the damage needed, which is a bit of a problem, and why I need to catch their attack in the middle of the map, so it makes it a lot more faster for me to retaliate. As a good example there to a vague extent, although it seemed really weird with my opponent getting split up and immediately running away.